Time you raise your hand and ask me a question that has nothing to do with math and got me way off track, I'm probably not going to ask you again. So, if your question is incredibly important, what you can do is when I'm all done with all this, you can come back and say, I really have a question that's important to math that I'd like to ask. That's just the way this guy goes. Proportional. Proportional, I guess equations, is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, linear equations, ratios, whatever here. I guess let's just go with lines. Let's do that just for now. I can't remember what we talked about here. How do you know if something is proportional? Did we talk about this? The two things have to happen for things to be proportional. Remember what they do when you graph them? Something is a graph of something that's proportional. Two things have to happen. For a graph to be proportional. Now, I will give you something that's proportional. Generally speaking, when you work for somebody, your money, the money you earn is proportional to the amount you work. So let's say you're making $8 an hour. Okay, if X is the number of hours you work and Y being the number of money you make, if you work for 1 hour, you're going to make $8, right? If you work for 3 hours, you're going to make $24. Yes, keep them coming here. If you work for no hours, you're going to work no way. And if you graph this little equation, it would be this. If you work for, this is the number of hours you work. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hours, 6 hours, and this is the amount of money you make. Let's make it in terms of $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. If I work for 1 hour, I make $8. That's going to be right about here. If I work for 3 hours, that's going to be $24. That's right about here. And there's the graph of the line of me working. Actually, you can't really have work negative hours and have to owe something, but that's the way it works. What does this is proportional. What two things have to happen for something to be proportional when you graph it? Grace has one.
Has to go through the origin.
It does, very good. Must go through origin. And origin is 0.0, 0. Must go through the origin. Anybody know the other thing? Please, somebody besides Grace. All right, Grace, it's all yours.
It has to be a straight line.
Must be a straight line. Now, why does that make sense? Because if your line could go through the origin, and if it was crooked, okay, what would that mean on our little thing here? Well, this would mean this. If you worked for 2 hours, you made $40. If you worked for 5 hours, you also made $40. That would make a whole lot of sense now, would it? Okay, as one goes up, the other is supposed to go up, so it has to be a straight line. And then you must understand there's what's called the constant of, I guess it's proportionality. Proportionality. What is the constant of proportionality? In this case here, what same number, constant number did I always multiply x by to get y? Isabel? 8. My constant of proportionality was 8. I multiplied 1 times 8, I multiplied 3 times 8, I multiplied 0 times 8. 8 is my constant of proportionality. Okay, which, here's how we write it in equation form. Y equals 8x. Constant of proportionality. Let's say you got a raise and you made $10 an hour, that would be 10 there. Now, What happens if I put a +2 here? And your boss said, well, I really like you. You're gonna make $8 an hour, plus I'm just gonna give you extra $2 every time you work. How does that change my line? Isabel? It won't go through the origin, it'll actually start where? Yeah, that's my y-intercept. It actually starts, even if you work 0 hours, you make $2. Okay? You're still gonna get the same line with the same slope, it's just gonna be a touch bit higher than the one that we started with, but it's no longer proportional. Because for things to be proportional, it has to go to the origin. Then we made $2 extra. Constant proportionality. Now, what do they ask us in this thing here? Sure. Let's write down these formulas here. Circumference equals pi times diameter. Area equals pi r squared. And y equals 2x plus 1. If I asked you if which of these are proportional? Would you be able to tell me? By the way, if it helps you, think about this as being, you can make this the letter y, pi times x. You can make this same thing, y equals pi times x squared. And this one already is in the form of y's and x's. It doesn't matter. Letters are immaterial, really, but that's okay. Is this first one proportional? Does it have a constant of proportionality? If you graph it, will it go through the origin and will it be a straight line? Jaden, shoot. Well, it will. Let's look at it. So this is my y and this is my x. I'm sorry. I got it. This is my x and this is my y. If I put 1 in for x, what do I get for y? What's 1 times pi? 3.14. If I put 2 in for x, what do I get for that? 6.28. If I put 5 in for x, I get 15.7. If I graph that, will it be a straight line? If I put 0 in, do I get 0? 3.14 times 0 give me 0? Is that going to be a straight line? Absolutely. Yes, this one is proportional. How about this one? Elijah. Yes, Elijah says. All right, let's try it. If I put 0 in for x, do I get 0? Beautiful, Griswold, just beautiful. If I put 1 in for x, what's 1 squared? Times 3.14? 3.14. If I put 2 in for x, what's 2 times 2? What's 4 times 3.14? I think it's 12. 4 times that is 56. I think 12.56. Let's do one more. If I put 3 in for x, 3 times 3 is 9 times 3.14? About 28. Let's just go with 28. So, somebody said yes on this. What is your constant of proportionality? What do you multiply x by every time to get that? Well, this one, let's skip the zeros because that doesn't matter. 1 times what is 3.14? Okay, I multiplied by 3.14 there. 2 times what is 12.56? I actually multiplied this time by 6.28. 3 times what is 28? Guess what? It's actually going to be what, 9.42. This is not proportional because when you draw the graph of this, take a look and see what happens. Yes, it does cross through the origin. Let's just make these, skip the decimal parts. 1, 3 would put me right here. 2, 12 puts me way up here. This actually, when you graph it, is a curved line that looks like this. It doesn't keep going straight out like this. This is not proportional. You will not find any proportional things when you have squares. Squares give you crooked lines. Is there such a thing as a crooked line? Can a line be crooked?
Oh, mine's original.
I've seen your graphs. How about this one? Proportional or no proportional? Why not?
Because mine doesn't line up as I want.
Yeah, because of this. It doesn't cross the or at the origin, it is crossing over there. Alright. We are, because I'm in such a terrible mood today. I'm gonna give you another one of those graphing quizzes. I already went over it. Some of you are starting to make me weep based on this performance. You have to get it down before next year, because if you don't, everything that's right and true will fall. You may want to take a look at this. No, not. You may even have this one already. Please make sure you draw your lines all the way through the graph, put arrowheads on either side of them. At this point, you should at some point, in some way, have a straight edge somewhere. in your world. Yes, anybody? You will need to finish this in 10 minutes. You're not taking this homework. This is not homework. This is my hand people. It should take you less than a minute actually to do all this, would be my guess. Some of you may still do it. I'm running.